Welcome back to the Lowell Rickert Show. We just got done with football review on the Millersburg Indians as they concluded the season last week. They lost 38-7 to Tri-Valley in the Eastern Conference Final, and talked a little bit about the season. Maybe later on in the Lowell Rickert Show, we'll get into my thoughts on improvement for next year, etc. But we're going to talk some Penn State as they did a well of a job last week against Temple. A big win. They were able to run the ball very well, but Hackenberg is still struggling. But they have Illinois tomorrow. They're a 6.5-point favorite against Illinois at Illinois, so they should not have a problem. Defense still playing. They're playing lights out. They're phenomenal. Number 1 in the country against the run. I would think they're probably top 10, top 5 in the country in total defense overall. So if it weren't for the defense, they probably don't have too many wins. So, and plus also on offensive line, having Miles Diefenbach and Donovan Smith back, really that has improved the running game tremendously the last couple weeks. On another note, Eagles last week, one of the biggest games of the year for the Eagles to date. Pretty much laid an egg against the Packers at Lambeau Field last week. 53-20 loss to the Packers. They pretty much did not show up. The tackling was horrendous. Pee-wees, ponies, and midgets could have probably tackled better than what the Eagles showed last week. You cannot turn the ball over. No turnovers created to 4 by the Eagles. That was probably one of the differences of the game. Sanchez was not his fault. He had a decent ball game. His stats were good enough to win. Yet he had 2 picks and a fumble. But his stats were not bad, so I'm not blaming him. The DBs, the defense should take the brunt of the blame for the loss this week. 11-point favorite against Tennessee this week, so they should win. Can't look ahead to next Thursday on Thanksgiving Day at Dallas. Cannot look ahead. That's probably the biggest ball game of the year. And I'll have a video. We'll do a video previewing that game, Eagles Cowboys. Maybe we'll do it Wednesday night. And I'm anxious for that ball game. A big hearty congratulations to the Oakland Raiders on breaking the jinx, this ice, with the first win of the year last night, 24-20 over the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm surprised a couple people did not go to Oakland and have a parade, but it is what it is. Big loss. That's a huge loss for Kansas City, who's right in the thick of the playoff hunt and division hunt. We'll see where they go from here. That's about it. I don't have, too much anything else. College basketball getting underway. Syracuse came back and won tonight. Their young team, they got pounded yesterday by Cal, who's getting pounded by Texas. Duke looks scary good early. Kentucky looks scary good early. Those 2 teams jump out immediately, especially Duke with Okafor. He looks very impressive. And then Kentucky led by Willie Cauley-Stein and the Harrison twins. They're looking pretty impressive as well. I haven't really checked anything out, but here in the next couple weeks, you got the Maui Classic, and so I'll be able to start getting caught up on hoops. As far as me with basketball so far is going well. Proud of the girls' effort. They've been doing a well of a job, and hopefully we can keep that going. So that's all I'm gonna comment on that. I'm glad to be back, helping out. So let's just hope we can keep it going and avoid no injuries. That's going to be a problem all year. So, and that's all teams as well. Injuries. That's gonna do it. This is a short one tonight. Maybe we'll try and do a couple over the weekend. But I just wanted to get a couple stuff out tonight since I haven't been on in over a week. So, thanks for watching and listening, and we'll start trying to do some weekly now as football is pretty much over. We're trying to really get into football, basketball, and we'll, can't forget Giancarlo Stanton with that 13-year, $325 million contract he signed with the Miami Marlins. He's not Mike Trout. That's all I'm going to say on that to close it out. He's not Mike Trout. Hasn't won an MVP, and they haven't sniffed the playoffs, the Marlins, and nobody shows up. So that's all that says. That's all I have to say on that $325 million. They could have used half of that money to bring in some other talent that they need to contend to be a playoff perennial contender. So that's all I'm going to say. We'll start talking about hot stove for baseball, free agent signings, and all that. We'll get into that here. Hockey, baseball, we'll start covering everything. So don't forget to leave. So you can always leave me questions and comments on my Facebook page. You can also, and if you don't feel like doing that, you can tweet some stuff to me, LTR71. That's LTR is all capitals. And you can also email me, ltr71@hotmail.com. And I'll be willing to respond back to you and even put some out there on my videos when I do them. So you got all those ways to send me questions or comments or anything that's on your mind. So again, thank you, and we'll see you maybe sometime over the weekend. I'll put something out on my page and all that. Some nights I stay up, so this is the Little Rooker Show, Little Rooker Network. Have a good night, have a good weekend, and we'll see you maybe sometime this weekend. If not, probably the day before Thanksgiving, we'll put something out. So just keep checking my Facebook page. Have a good night and a good weekend. See you later.